Self-preservation. It seems that some may have started to realise the magnitude of how deep and sinister this last few years has been. The ones who sidestepped the Russian roulette game must have had a self-preservation instinct, which switched on pretty quickly, if not right away, to protect your own safety and rights. Others, however, missed that, and chose instead not only to relinquish their own safety under the guise of health, they also chose to vilify those who didn't, in some cases in a very aggressive, abusive and grotesque way, especially as it was done hiding behind the mask, literally, of compassion. That word became laughable in the end. With one sentence they say they want to save people, and with the next they wanted people dead for what they perceived as a lack of respect. And that's all it was, perceived. These were not facts, but feelings. And now we see that some do have a self-preservation drive after all, but one to try and save their reputation or career, to distance themselves from being held accountable for being such an integral part of the hateful and ugly side that showed. Articles and public words now asking for an amnesty on the backlash, wanting people to shy away from their words and actions of the past, however nasty they were, and move on. And I get it. In any other situation I would agree. But only if that person had really understood what it meant. To be that mean and cruel in what appeared to be a crisis cannot be forgotten, because it changes how people view you thereafter. I did an article called Perceptions of Self, around how people view themselves and others, and do understand that time and events can change people, but that works both ways. Many are not who they were 2 years ago, and have seen a side to others that maybe we suspected was there, but once witnessed you can't go back. And it would appear they still aren't using compassion, because what they request is at their convenience, as if to say, hurry along now, there isn't time for you to feel wronged, I need to set things right. Therefore, creating another wrong. But some people really are only thinking of themselves and working to their own clock. So like I said, I get it. Some want to cover their own arse, as the saying goes, to get in some damage control and smooth things over. But accountability is needed here, for so much and so many, and still those things continue. The economy is still being trashed and asphyxiated. Politicians are still playing with our lives, and still they vaguely threaten new variants and continue crushing people's livelihoods and futures. There is no moving forward until it is understood how it all plays its part. And if you can be so easily bought or swayed with the promise of a donut or being seen as teacher's pet, we all suffer. The view of media, celebrities, politicians, and any high-profile person who endorsed and represented this debacle seems to have changed for many people. Trust in authority is wearing thin, and of people who claim to be able to predict things by way of modelling, the experts, who also seem to get it so wrong and hide behind their mask of unaccountability too. It's maddening and deeply disappointing. But it's where we are, still at the mercy of petty and whimsical fancies, being pawns in a rather odd and sinister idea being played out in real time. It would be great if everyone could come together and fight all the injustices until they are no more. But I believe that time has come and gone, my friend.